Hey Rebel Chefs, bird is the word. This will be the best turkey breast. The challenge with turkey sometimes when you cook a whole turkey, right, is to get the legs done, the breast is a little dry, or there's a small window of error there. So by cooking the turkey breast by itself, it can be perfectly juicy every time. There's a few little secrets to this. All right, first of all, it starts with sourcing a great, organic, well-raised turkey. If the meat is good to begin with, the results can be much better. The mealy, less flavorful turkey is the ones that are huge mass-produced. That's not what you want. Then you want to cook it to 155. Math is not an opinion. I love these little puppies. Digital thermometer, put it in, 155, you know you're good. And then the last secret is to let it rest. That is the real Rebel hack. Let it rest. No matter how hungry everybody is, let it rest, reabsorb the juices. A good 25 minutes, and it's gonna be perfect. So how are we gonna season this one? We're gonna put a little bit of butter on top and under the skin. That way it'll get crisp in the oven. We're gonna flavor it with garlic and shallots, really simple, and some herbs. Don't get hung up on which herbs. If they're fresh, fine. Dry, no problem. Whatever mix you like. Maybe I would skip basil or tarragon or one of those light, delicate herbs, but otherwise you're good. All right, so I've got the oven preheating to 350. It'll be ready for the turkey breast. So we're gonna chop up some shallots and garlic. And then once you get them almost to where you want them, about that size, but you still have a little more chopping to do, then I like to add the herbs right in. So we're gonna drop in some sage leaves. I love sage, it's kind of like a combination of oregano and mint, this earthy, pungent flavor that's great. Thyme leaves, just grab the top and slide those leaves right off. All right, some parsley we can put in there. The heartier herbs are really nice because they can take the heat in the oven as well, so a little bit more of the rosemary's, thyme, sage is good. But again, it just comes down to what you like and what you have. Be willing to be flexible and try it out. So we're gonna chop those in. And again, you don't want to pulverize the herbs. I always say with herbs, you want to still be able to identify, oh, there's a piece of sage, that's a piece of parsley. I'm not cutting them too small. All right, so we're going to take the butter and we're just going to rub that on top. And room temperature is perfect. Bring that butter out maybe when you're preheating the oven. That way your butter will be room temperature, much easier to spread. Then lift up the skin very gently. I'm going to put the butter right here, and then I'm going to lift up the skin, slide my fingers under very gently. Give this bird a little shiatsu massage here. And then before we hit it with the herbs, I'm gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. Now, if you want, you can lift up the skin, drop a little bit of salt underneath as well so it gets directly on the meat. Same thing with the pepper. And remember on the salt, don't be afraid to kind of be a little bit generous because that's a thick piece of meat and you're only getting the seasoning on the top. So as you slice it and eat it, it'll be really balanced. Okay, now we're gonna have the herbs on top. It's about a couple tablespoons of herbs. Again, you can lift the skin, put a little bit under there for flavor. Fold it down and then rub it evenly over the top. There we go. Already looks pretty, it's not even cooked. We're gonna put that 350 degrees. Again, it'll take about an hour and a half, but remember, temperature 155, you're done. All right, the turkey and I both had a nice little nap. Little 30-minute rest, that is the key, juices reabsorbed. A couple other things to think about while it's cooking. The timer on your phone is the greatest culinary tool you ever found. Set it for like 30 minutes, turn the pan, check it, check the temperature, look at it, don't be afraid. You know, every oven's different. You wanna make sure it gets evenly cooked. All right, so it's rested. Now it's easy to slice. We just take that out. We've got the bone in here, right? So you could trim that off the bone. I kind of like to leave it on the bone. It helps to keep it moist. The grains run this way, right? So we want to cut a little bit on an angle across the grain. Let's see how tender. And I like to put my finger right here so you hold the skin on. That way every slice has some good looking skin. Look how juicy that is. The juice is just running out. That's the beauty of a thermometer. No need to guess. Nice long, even strokes. Use the blade of the knife for sure to get that off. Look at this, the juice is staying in the meat. You can see it just soaked into the meat. And then when you've got this beautiful juice like this, the juice and the herbs, this is a great one-pan recipe because you've got the juice and the herbs that are in the pan from resting, and you just lay that over the top. You've just made sauce without even doing any work. All right, Rebel Chefs, there it is. The best Thanksgiving all year long.